Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the 90-day no gaming vlog. I think this is day 4. Things are still going well. I haven't played video games, I haven't watched any gaming videos or streams. I haven't been to any gaming subreddits or looked up any Twitter accounts to do with gaming, but that doesn't mean it hasn't been difficult. I've seen a lot of gaming related things, whether I'm on Reddit or YouTube. I'm still getting recommendations, even though I've cleared my recommendation history. I'm still getting recommendations for videos that I used to watch, for channels that I used to watch, like new gameplay videos and let's plays and reveal trailers for video games, and even just browsing Reddit homepage, see things like a new reveal trailer for the new game coming out, Baldur's Gate 3, which is like the world of Dungeons and Dragons combined with my favorite genre of game, just like turn-based action role-playing games, and it looks incredible. And I'm like, I saw it, and all I want to do is message my cousin and talk about how excited I was for the game. And then I thought, I'm not going to be playing that game. I'm not going to be buying it. I'm never going to be buying it. So what's the point in letting myself get excited by it and worked up into the hype and waiting for it, because that day is it's never going to come. So what am I doing to navigate through all of these urges and cravings? Well, this is something I've struggled with in the past. It's very easy to give in that moment, and it's only really because I've been trying to do this for many years, maybe 5 or 6 years, since I first quit gaming. And through that period of time, I've built up the ability to catch myself in the moment, so I can reflect on why I'm doing something. For example, when I scroll through YouTube and I see a video from someone I used to watch about gaming, and my first thought is to click on it, I force myself to stop for a couple of seconds, like break that trigger in the habit loop. So the habit loop is a trigger, a action, and a reward. It's like a cycle. So something triggers you, that causes you to take part in an action, and from that you get a reward. So in this case, the trigger is me seeing that video on YouTube, the action is me clicking the video, and the reward is my brain finally going back to video games and reminding myself of how amazing they are and how immersive and escaping they are and whatever else. So by breaking that habit loop, by creating an interruption somewhere, whether you create it before the trigger, before the action, it doesn't matter too much. It's better to do it as early as you can, but if you can, when you start out trying to do this, it'll take you a bit longer. So for example, you might see the video, get excited and click on it, but after a few seconds you think, why the hell am I doing this? And you click off the video. That's great. That's where you want to start off. That's the perfect first step to starting. It's where I used to start out, and I'd catch myself all the time taking part in these bad habits, and as a result catch myself and interrupt the habit loop, and eventually over time start to move it backwards, shift it further back in the habit loop. So now, because I've made this concerted effort to overcome video games and to not consume any gaming related content, I'm able to take that split-second moment when I see the thumbnail on YouTube and think to myself, why am I wanting to click on this video? Why do I want to watch it? What will I get out of it? And what will happen if I watch the video? Now, short term, I might get like a hit of dopamine, I might enjoy watching it, and then long term, I realize that it will completely derail my detox. It'll cause me to feel regret and shame and unhappiness and failure along the way, and I know that that's not worth it. That's not how I want to feel. That's not the result that I want from this detox. So I tell myself that, and before that comes up, I click the 3 little dots next to the thumbnail, say that I'm not interested in this video, and then when YouTube asks me why, I say I don't want to be recommended these types of videos anymore. And this has worked incredibly well for YouTube. It's worked well on things like Reddit and Twitter. If I see something gaming related, which happens a lot on the Game Quitters Twitter, I follow a lot of gaming industry people. I just scroll past it. I make a quick note of what it's about, whether it's important, and then just keep going. It's not important. And yeah, that's pretty much how I've trained myself to get through these triggers. In terms of actual cravings, like when I'm wanting to play video games throughout the day, when I'm bored. For example, yesterday was a great day for this. I was hungover, like pretty badly, and it was the first time I've been hungover in a long time. I haven't really drank anything for a while. I didn't drink at all for all of January and most of February, but some of my girlfriend's friends were in town, and it was a really fun time. It was great, and I'm glad I went. But Sunday, I had nothing to do. My girlfriend was out all day, and it was in that moment where I had a lot of cravings for video games. I was never really worried that I was going to act on them for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe because I'm so convinced that I want to get through this detox that I feel like I'm being held accountable by you guys, by the people on social media, the forums, myself. If I don't make it through this 90 days, then that failure cycle is just going to repeat itself again and again and again, which is what I've been doing for 5 or 6 years. And unless I get through that day, unless I get through that hour and that next minute, then all of that is for nothing. So I'm reminding myself of that constantly. Why am I doing this detox? What do I want to get out of it? What kind of person do I want to become in 10 years' time? And is the path that I'm on right now going to lead to that point? Are the habits that I'm taking part in going to turn me into that ideal version of myself? No. If I give in to gaming, if I give in to YouTube and Twitch, that's not what's going to happen. So instead, it wasn't the most productive day. I have habits that I have activities that I want to do and skills like learning Thai, which I did for a bit. I think I did about an hour of Thai. I went through some of the stuff we go over in my class and did some writing practice. And yeah, it was great. But after that, I was like, what do I do now? And I was like, I don't really want to leave the house. I don't feel great. I knew I should have left the house, and so what I ended up doing is reading a book, maybe an hour or so, and then I got bored of that. So I put on Netflix and watched I put on Amazon Prime, watched a documentary, a kind of documentary series that I'm watching about James May, the English presenter in Japan, because I love the Japanese culture and I love James May, and it was really entertaining. While I was doing that, I was just reading through some of my notes from Thai class, and yeah, it wasn't the most productive use of my time, but it's better than playing video games. That's is what I was trying to convince myself of, is that it's better than video games. And I can tackle that Netflix problem or that boredom problem later, but yesterday, because I had those cravings, I was solely focused on avoiding playing video games and gaming content. Because in the past, I would have just turned my laptop on, put YouTube or Twitch on the TV, and zoned out for 4 hours and kept playing. And I had to do whatever I could to avoid it. And so that's what I've been trying to do to avoid cravings. Other things involve getting out of my environment. So if I've got a really bad craving, I might go to a coffee shop and read my book for a couple of hours. Loads of great places do it near me. And so it's a good excuse to change up my environment, get to a place where I can't physically play video games or watch streams. If I don't take my laptop, I can't play games. And so it works really well for me. Yeah, that's how it's that's how it's going for me. Still battling cravings, still battling urges, but I'm excited still. Really enjoying doing these videos. If you haven't seen any others, make sure you check out the playlist in the description. You know where it is. You've been using YouTube long enough. Make sure you subscribe if you're enjoying it, if you're getting anything useful out of it. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.